The first point to make is that this is a pilot. It's not a mainstream funding programme. So the design of the pilot led us to think about the types of bids that we wanted to test the principles around. And inevitably we either kind of put no limits on that and then end up with potentially thousands of propositions coming forward, and it frankly becomes unmanageable to run a pilot on that basis. Or we set some thresholds, and we've had experience through other investment programs where we've set similar thresholds to try and encourage bids in the sorts of scales that we want to see and test through the pilot. So we could have set a threshold of 200,000, and I'm sure somebody else in the audience might have raised a similar point. There's always going to be an issue about where the threshold falls, and some people will benefit from that, and others will find themselves on the wrong side of it. So there's a challenge for us there. We're also, as part of this pilot, we are seeking to look for scale. So we're looking for collaboration across both groups of small firms and with large firms, which demonstrate how the propositions that are coming forward can be applied in a scalable way across the economy. So that again led us to think about the sorts of levels of investment we were seeking from employers against the public sector investment. So I appreciate exactly the points you're making, but at some point we would have had to draw the line somewhere, and we drew it at those particular points. As far as the strategy to respond to that, there's a couple of points I'd make. Firstly, when we talk about the way the bids might be structured, it's a co-investment model where the state's investing alongside employers. You could still involve other employers in the project who are supporting the project through their own investment, but maybe not formally part of the pilot proposal you're putting forward. So I think there are possible ways in which you might be able to deliver something for your employers or with employers in your sector, which gets around some of these issues, but it doesn't actually fundamentally break the rules.